Brighten up those dark mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed. Post-Superb Owl. And you know what? Lecter's getting old. He just stretched, kinked his neck.
I think I pinched a nerve.
Oh, no. Oh, you are in pain. You are writhing in pain.
I am.
Oh,
Whoa.
poor old bastard.
What a start to the week.
Not a great Monday start. We watched the game last night. I mean, we're gonna have to talk about it. It's just one of those things. It was the big game.
One of those things.
one of those things you just got to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, political unrest, possible insurrection, the Super Bowl.
Surprisingly, none of that last night.
None of that last night.
Yeah.
No, right?
Barely a Super Bowl.
I mean, barely. It was one of those games. It was the biggest win in Tom Brady's career, like by points. Like he won by 21, which is the largest margin he'd ever won a Super Bowl by.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, there was that. I mean, all in all, great defensive game. And I mean, I know how, like, some people are like, if it's a defensive game, doesn't mean it's boring. It's like, it kind of does.
But when it's one team that's just stuffing the other team.
Yeah. I never liked it.
All turns.
Yeah.
It was a mediocre bowl.
It was a mediocre bowl. Not like last year's game, which was pretty incredible.
Yeah. It was unremarkable.
Yes. What? What were you trying to do there?
Unremarkable.
What? But
Unremarkable.
Bull.
Like the Super Bowl.
Unremarkable. Very good.
Yeah.
It's that weird accent you have that I didn't discern that.
Pinch nerve can't hold pun dog down.
Pun dog. Oh, we're getting going here at the Mornings at the Cabin program, brought to you by Aurora Ford. We'll continue on with this back and forth that you all enjoy so very, very much.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
We're creeping up on it. On Valentine's Day. That's right. And we'll share a few more best terrible date stories. You can send them in till the 10th. Mailbox at cabinradio.ca. Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford, driving the north. Want to talk about that superb owl last night. That was funny that I got credit for that joke. I've heard someone call it the superb owl, I think 20 years ago. But Nicole thought I came up with it, and I will not dissuade her from that.
Well, you just did.
Damn it. Super Bowl last night, Super Bowl 55? 55. No, 54. 54. That's right.
50.
L-I-V, 54.
Yeah, 54.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, 43-year-old Tom Brady, wins his 7th Super Bowl.
Not 57, huh?
Not 57, as the kids thought. Braxton thought he was 77. 57, pardon me.
It was 55.
55.
Super Bowl 55.
Was it 55?
Not Tom Brady.
I thought it was L-I-V.
No.
Oh, it was L-V?
LV.
Okay, 55.
LV.
Oh, it shows how much I pay attention.
Yeah. Start over.
There we go. Mornings to the Cabin brought to you by
and the Ever Late Show.
And the Ever Late Show. That's right. Brought to you, co-sponsored by the Knack and the Ever Late Show. We're going to have Martin Rehack in at around 8 o'clock to talk about the Ever Late Show. More comedy, locally sprouted comedy coming your way with a romantic tilt.
Boy, good thing we restarted.
Yeah, right?
Whew.
Otherwise, we would have missed that.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, last night, his 7th Super Bowl, his 5th Super Bowl MVP, and there's still people bitching about it. There's still people like, oh, the refs, blah, blah, blah. The refs did this, the refs did that. Even Patrick Mahomes' mother tweeted at Gisele Bündchen. So if you don't know who that is, Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. He is they called it, the hashtag last night was GOAT versus mini GOAT. GOAT is greatest of all time versus the mini greatest of all time. He's had one Super Bowl, so obviously he's already the GOAT. But I mean, he's put up some pretty impressive numbers in the first 3 years as a starting quarterback, compared to Tom Brady actually having a better start to his career than Tom Brady did. So there you go. So I mean, yeah, they're the two of the best in the league. Tom Brady, probably the best to ever do it. 7th Super Bowl ring. He now has more rings individually than any team has rings, including the Patriots, because the Patriots have won 6. They won them all with Tom Brady. And then Tom Brady left town and said, hey, Tampa Bay, you want to win a Super Bowl? And Tampa Bay was like, oh, no. I guess. And picked up Rob Gronkowski, who connected with Brady for 2 touchdowns last night and became the top receiver QB duo in Super Bowl history, which is insane.
Gronk was great.
Gronk was Gronk.
I mean, you can't argue with any of that.
No.
I mean, people try.
Of course they do.
But you can't really argue with any of that.
Okay. So obviously, because when someone's the greatest, there's always going to be people who hate them. That's just how it is. They don't want to be the people that are on the Tom Brady Express or whatever. They just want to be like not in that camp.
Right.
They want to be different, right? Because everybody wants to be an individual. But there is, I mean, if you thought about it a little bit, I mean, especially as much as people make these arguments online, think about football. There is like a small sliver of a chance that something that is as big as the NFL and is worth as much money and wants to just keep growing and growing and growing to be worth even more money. There is something there that could be said where it's like, this guy, because we were talking about how like good looking Tom Brady is and how he's like the all-American quarterback. He looks like Captain America kind of thing. There is a little thing in me that's like, I wouldn't be totally shocked if the NFL was like, all right, this is a guy we can build a brand around. This is the Tom Brady brand. We can build the game around this guy.
Right.
If we make him the greatest of all time, not to say that he's not, but if you give him a little bit of a nudge through refereeing or whatever, it wouldn't be shocking to me if 20 years down the road we heard that the NFL cooked the books, paid refs to make this brand as big as it is.
Why? Just because we've heard of the NBA doing that and soccer doing that, and
like
probably boxing, and pro wrestling's fake, so probably that too.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you're just kind of a casual fan.
Is that all you're basing this on?
That's all I'm basing it on. I'm basing it on prime examples of other sports doing it. So yeah,
cricket probably. Cricket had to have been fixed back in the day.
But it's a huge story that one guy has more rings than any other franchise. It's a huge story that he's 43 years old.
Yeah.
It's a huge story that he left the team that he won 6 Super Bowls with and then took another team to a Super Bowl and they won.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were some questionable calls last night, but all that just feeds into the conspiracy theory, right?
Yeah.
So when you think like that in a conspiratorial way, anything is going to look suspicious.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And like everything looks suspicious when you don't know how things work.
Right.
So there it is.
And
that's it. The commercials were great.
And if you want to dig into it.
Yeah, let's dig into it.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
If there was a conspiracy going on, Peyton Manning would have had more than 2 Super Bowls.
Peyton Manning's not as good looking as Tom Brady.
But Peyton Manning was the all-American, aw shucks, golly gee willikers kid with a cannon for an arm.
Yep.
Hell of a quarterback. Only won 2 Super Bowls. Accomplishment.
Maybe he didn't want to play ball. Maybe they came to him and with that kind of, and like, well, okay, not literally, because he did want to play ball, but maybe he didn't play the game as it were, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, he went on SNL, made a fool out of himself. I thought it was hilarious. But the NFL was not happy when he went on SNL and started throwing footballs at kids.
Well, and here's more proof that this is legit.
Yeah.
That Tom Brady has won 7 Super Bowls legitimately.
Yep.
Eli also has 2.
That's right.
And beat Tom for both of those.
Twice. And we were talking about that last night, like Eli Manning, not considered one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. No. But I think if you get 2 Super Bowl MVPs, I feel like that's a Hall of Fame thing. It's like, let's just put him in. You know what I mean? 2 Super Bowl MVPs against and the first one against the best regular season team of all time. Arguably the best team of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The team that would have been, undefeated through the regular season and the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Had they won that game.
But they didn't.
So there's no conspiracy.
That's right. He lost.
You lost.
He made
that possibility to Eli Manning.
That's right. He made it to 10. He won 7. 2 of them that he lost were against Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the other one that he lost?
Also to Eli.
No, there's 2 that he lost to Eli. He lost 3. Was it last year? Did he go last year?
Melanson probably knows.
Melanson will know.
Yeah.
If he's listening. I don't think he listens anymore. Which is fair.
Yeah.
But so we watched the game. It was not the best game. Like a very good defensive game on the Tampa Bay side. I mean, it was 31-9. It was the largest margin of victory that Tom Brady's ever won a Super Bowl by. The commercials were not that great. We had a feed that was through CTV, so half the commercials we didn't even get to see. We just kept on seeing the John Hamm DoorDash commercial constantly.
Never get sick of that.
Oh, well, it requires a full page ad in a local newspaper.
Yeah.
It's such good news that there's someone here to deliver our food. But yeah, it was all right. We had fun.
We did.
We had fun hanging out last night at the cabin.
Luckily, the Weeknd was so good on the halftime show. He didn't even need a boring football game.
People were dragging the halftime show, and I was like, this halftime show was probably one of the best. He had full control over it. And well, because there are people who are always going to drag the halftime show. They're like, oh, the halftime show. Because for the most part, halftime shows are boring.
Yeah.
And that was great.
I mean, last year's halftime show was great, too, but it actually had a great game surrounding it.
That's right.
So it was kind of like, in the end, kind of like wasn't the most remarkable thing about the game. Yeah. It was a really good halftime show.
It was.
But we weren't like, whoa. But this one, the halftime show was amazing. Yeah. The game was pretty boring.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't
things considered.
It was pretty boring.
So it made it stand out even more. The Weeknd was that good, though, that even if the game had been good, I don't know if it would have made the Weeknd's performance any less remarkable. It was that good.
It was good.
It's a really good halftime show.
Some people commenting on Facebook is like, is anyone else getting a Michael Jackson-ish vibe from the Weeknd? It's like, have you ever heard the Weeknd? Yeah, you're getting them. He's even wearing a Michael Jackson type shoes. Anywho,
didn't quite have the dance moves.
But I mean, one of the things we were talking about before the bowl was the prop bets. And I mean, if you made a bet, if you made a bet against Patrick Mahomes, or for Patrick Mahomes not throwing a touchdown, yeah, I don't even know what the odds of that would be.
Man,
and he did not throw a touchdown last night. So if anybody bet on that, they made a bundle.
I hope someone placed that bet.
I hope someone placed that. You place a $10 bet, probably make thousands.
A couple of the prop bets got messed up. We have no idea what color Gatorade.
Blue.
Do you?
Saw the replay after.
You saw the replay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was blue, so someone made some money on that.
So orange, big loss.
That's right. Let's make a bet right now. Tom Brady's already announced that he's coming back. So Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, part 2? Or is it part 3? Because I can't remember if they were in the
part 2. Yeah. No, it was San Francisco and
that's right, San Francisco. Okay, so part 2. Yeah. Next year. We'll call it right now.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
Mornings at the Cabin brought to you by Aurora Ford Driving the North. Also brought to you by this morning, The Knack and the Ever Late Show coming up on Saturday. And we'll have Martin Rehak in here in just a few minutes to talk about the Ever Late Show and just what it means to be ever late. I forgot to mention that actually on Saturday we tried the isolation burger. We got it for takeout.
Yeah.
And had the isolation burger from the Woodyard.
Got it on the last day.
Yeah. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
What a successful burger week. I can't wait till we hear how much we raised. I imagine it's
in the millions of dollars. We do love to eat burgers here.
Or at least double what we raised last
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope it continues to grow, and then that places that don't even make burgers are like, you know what? We'll make a burger.
And then when the demand's overwhelming,
then they'll just stop. We can't do it. Oh, poor Gourmet Cup. Still, support Gourmet Cup. Go down and see them. They make great food as well. But wanted to get into some best terrible date stories. We got a couple this morning. You can keep sending them in until the 10th. That's when we're going to draw the winner. So get them in if you've got one. Remember, it can be as horrible as you like. Still haven't seen one from the person that told me they were sending one in. They sent me 2 examples, and I was like, send them both, and they haven't sent them yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out.
Do you want to name names?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't want to put it out there.
Because we had one from a friend of yours, right? That said that they were thinking about sending one in.
Did we? Who was that?
Cammy or Kami?
No, Kami. Yeah, I got Kami's, but it was another one.
Okay.
Another person.
Okay. Well, get them to send it in.
I'm trying. Okay. Which one do you want to do? We'll each do one. We got one from Wendy and one from Travis.
Do you want to start?
Okay, I'll start.
Okay. You pick whichever one you want.
I'll go with Wendy. Wendy sent this in just this morning.
Wait.
Oh, wait. Wait.
What are you doing?
Go ahead.
All right. Hold on. There we go.
Hello, ladies.
Don't try and sneak by, Valvina.
So bad.
The big Valboski.
Ugh. Filthy saxophone. Filthy. Wendy writes, my second worst date. I cannot send you the number 1 worst date as it involves a story about number 2. So we'll leave it at that. We'll leave that right there. I met a guy at a pub when I was visiting home, so we arranged to meet the following night. A few drinks were had, and on the walk home, I decided I could climb onto the trailer of a loaded tractor trailer loaded with light poles. Sure. Casanova decided he could also climb up there as I was making my descent. He gets to the top and throws his arms in the air in triumph and slips down the side onto the pavement below. It really didn't look too bad to begin with, so I offered the helpful suggestion of walk it off.
Yeah, take a salt tablet.
At which point he collapses again. After a trip to the ER, it was determined that he broke both ankles. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was tempted to buy him a typewriter at that point and tell him I was his biggest fan, which is a nice little reference to Misery. That was after all my hometown friends called me Annie Wilkes and quoted Misery at me for quite some time after. That was her second worst date.
Yeah.
Broke both ankles.
In her opening statement there about the worst date involving a story about number 2, I thought she meant about her second worst date. It's like, what could this guy have done again? But
that's what I thought too. But she now that you say it, she means poop.
She means poop.
She means poopy.
Yeah. You can send that story in too, Wendy.
That's that's not a bad, it's a bad date, but it's not bad because, you made some decisions that were bad, so I guess, it's a bad date.
He made decisions that were bad.
Well, no, he went up there, she went up there, he went up there, he just happened to fall. It was an accident.
That was a bad call.
It was a bad call.
I wouldn't have fallen.
Exploded, broke both his ankles. Like, jeez.
If I could do it all over again, I wouldn't have fallen and broken both an ankle. Anyway.
I would certainly reconsider breaking both my ankles. All right, go ahead.
We move on to Travis, who matched with a girl on Tinder. I feel like all the bad stories start out with that statement. Matched with a girl on Tinder.
Yeah.
We met up to go out for a nice dinner at her request. It was going really well at first. And then suddenly she hid herself behind her menu and kept looking into her phone. Turns out her boyfriend had walked in, and he had a date of his own. It became super awkward when he approached the table and realized it was her, and they began yelling and screaming at each other. And I looked at his date and offered to take her home. Myself and his date had no idea they each were seeing someone already and in a relationship.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That sucks.
That sucks.
I don't know if that's going to win, Travis.
I don't think it's going to. Well, maybe not. It's a sucky situation for sure.
Yeah.
Ollie Williams has wandered into the studio with a tale of love, I think.
Ollie.
I feel like.
I actually have done that, yes.
Very nice.
I wasn't sure. Did we do Deneen's from Facebook last week?
We did, yeah.
We did. All right, well, never mind. I'm going to leave again. No, I didn't hear it around the end. This is another one of those operational conversations that ordinarily radio stations try to have off the air, but now the studios are very far away, and it's just so much effort.
It's so much effort. We need a direct line from Studio 1 to the other side of the building.
We got Deneen. What was Deneen's again?
Involved a ring being swallowed.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's, yeah. That was bizarre.
Yeah, that was too bad. Travis, that is a bad date, but it's you took the other date home, right? Did that anything happen from that?
He looked pretty good in the end, I guess.
There you go.
I don't know.
It's not quite the same as breaking both ankles.
I don't know.
Brutal. I can't imagine.
Well, there we go.
That does remind me. It wasn't a bad date story, but I was at a wedding, a destination wedding in the Dominican Republic.
Okay,
and we were at an all inclusive, and one of the guys in the party, they were out partying one night, and he had a bunch to drink, and he hopped over a fence to get to another area.
Right,
he landed on his heels and broke both his heels, not his ankles, fractured both his heels.
Oh,
so the rest of the trip for him was not that great.
For
the rest of us, super fun.
I feel like there's a lot of destination wedding stories that would fend very well.
You're in a beautiful place, you're safe within a compound.
You're just feeling so free.
The drinks are free. What are you gonna do? You're gonna break both your heels. Send in your best terrible date story you have until the 10th. That's when we're gonna draw the winner, and you can win that amazing prize pack. Dinner for two at Bullock's. A gift pack from Flowers from Flowers North, and a gift pack from
Great Slave Gifts.
Boom! Right on. A wonderful set of prizes for your most embarrassing or best terrible date story.
Cabin Radio's Morning Show Podcast. All the best chat, none of the embarrassing mistakes.
Mornings at the Cabin, brought to you by Aurora Ford. Also brought to you by The Knack and the Ever Late Show Love Edition, coming up on Saturday the 13th. Every time we talk about these shows, we say tickets are available, and then we get told, no, tickets are sold out. But we got Martin Rehak in the studio to talk about the show. Martin, welcome.
Here I am.
Here you are. Our tickets sold out?
I know. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I don't have the answer.
Okay.
I was actually thinking about that on my way up here. I'm like, I'll answer any questions, but I might not have the answers.
Yeah, that's right. I'll answer them however you want me to answer them. They may not be right.
Yeah.
So just go with conviction.
That's
either
right.
Way.
So,
tickets are still available.
Tickets are
still available. Go to knacknt.ca for tickets. They're $20 each, and just like everything else that's been done at the Knack in the last little bit, it will be rebroadcast the next day on Valentine's Day on the Knack and the WOMP Facebook pages, also on Northwest Health TV. Yeah. So wonderful. The third edition of the Ever Late Show.
That's right.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it. I mean, it's. We talked about the last one that happened.
Right.
It's a variety stand-up comedy show with some of the best local comedians. You got Lauren McGinnis this time around. You got Sky Plowman. A couple. Well, Jade Halcyon has been doing it, but a new addition. I don't think I've seen Wes do any comedy. Wes and Bousselet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Wes. So he's not doing a conventional like stand-up bit.
Okay.
He's more of he helps us out. He's like the co-host to the co-host.
Oh, okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Co-MC.
That's right. Co-MC. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Okay.
he was in our last one, the Christmas edition, and he played a little elf. He was sort of like a little.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, kind of like if I was to describe, like a little sprite, like a little pixie. You know, he kind of runs around and ties the whole thing together.
Wes is sprightly. I'll give him that. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Musical guest Wesley Hardesty as well. So it sounds like a great show. I mean, you must be excited once again.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's all coming together. It's going to be very silly.
Yes.
Very absurd.
Absolutely.
Very, very much out there.
As it should be. Valentine's Day is silly and absurd.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. When's the Ever Late Show going to get serious, Martin?
Yeah. I don't think ever. It's in our mandate. Yeah.
Yeah, Ever Late Show, super serious.
It's super serious.
I mean, you could call it that,
would
and
be,
then just be completely absurd.
I like that as a concept. Making the attempt, just riding that line where it's like, are these guys being serious or what's going on here?
A night of dark comedy.
A night of, yeah.
If you laugh, you're out.
Yeah. That's right.
We're not here to make people laugh.
We'll get West. So West End will come down and escort you out.
So it's all obviously themed around love and Valentine's Day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what can we expect? Is it all stand up, or are there some video elements and things like that going on?
There's going to be a small video component, like at the start, just kind of like a little introductory video. There'll be those 3 stand up sets, but also then in between, we're going to do like little bits, little sketches,
nice
stuff like that. And yes, of course, everything revolving around love theme. So it'll be the exploration of that and what it means, and everything from the platonic to the erotic, and everything in between. And that's what we're going to try to explore. We're going to try to fit that all into a 60-minute period to define the meaning of love in all those different forms.
Wow, we're finally going to get to the bottom of this.
We're going to get to the bottom, right to the heart of it.
the heart of it, absolutely. Oh,
well, and of course, Unky Lorne has done extensive sets delving into topics.
Relatable topics.
Yeah,
relatable topics.
Yeah. I can only imagine
in that area, in that region.
Yes.
Yellowknives Ron McClane.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can only imagine when he gets deep into the erotic. That'll be interesting.
That made me laugh. Lauren McGinnis gets deep into the erotic.
Deep into the erotic. That should have been our tagline.
Yeah. Lauren, deeply erotic McGinnis.
Martin, on this topic, we've been running a contest on Cabaret the last couple weeks called the Best Terrible Date Story.
Okay.
It's being sponsored by Bullocks and Flowers North. And people have the opportunity to win a nice little prize pack. All they have to do is send in their best terrible dates. I thought it would be fun to just put you on the spot.
Absolutely.
Do you have a good terrible date story for us?
Oh, man.
Just off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head. Yeah. When it comes to that. Well, I guess, without getting into anything just yet.
Now get into it. Get right into it. Get deep into the erotic.
I'm just, that's right. Okay, yeah, it is a little bit on this. Well, terrible dates. It was a long time before I even had a date, so that was a little terrible.
That's terrible.
That was.
Years without one. That was the terrible one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That works.
I don't know if I necessarily have anything anecdotal right now in terms of that, but I can make something up.
Do it.
You're like,
make
okay.
It up.
Well, it was. So I was in, where was I? Pick a country.
Okay, Croatia.
I was in Croatia this one time.
Yep.
And,
beautiful country.
Yeah, beautiful country.
Yeah.
Whoa, Mitchell's doing something funny here. Nobody at home saw that.
No.
But anyways, doesn't matter. Yes, I was in Croatia. I was out there using the kroner, whatever currency they have. It's made up.
I think that's Swedish.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't get a date. The currency was wrong.
That's right.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
The end. That's it.
Yeah.
Tried to get
I want to
date,
pay for this date, but I'm using kroners.
But I'm using kroner in Croatia. Yeah.
They just laughed at you.
Yeah.
Kicked you out of the country.
You
Yeah.
didn't have a chance.
Pretty good.
Yeah. They're like, yeah. Go back to Sweden.
That was my best worst date.
Yeah.
Being told to go back to Sweden.
And then when I went to Sweden, led to my best date I've ever had.
Hey, all right.
Hey.
Love conquers all.
We haven't had a lot of happy endings. Like,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. Have we had one this year? Like last year, we
Sidestep
had
that
one where it was
altogether.
like we had this terrible date, but then I married her. I feel like we had one
I
of
think
those.
we've had
Yeah.
a few of those.
Did we
Yeah.
have one of those this
Yep.
year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At least one. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
There was-
is the current.
There was one story where the guy told they told a terrible date story, and then at the end it was like I ended up marrying someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Well, that's the ultimate way to get back at a terrible date.
That's
is
right.
to marry the person. Just like, yeah. Oh yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting married. We're gonna
getting
like
married,
it.
Yeah. Let's see how long we can ride out this terrible date.
Amazing. Amazing.
man.
So, I mean, this one's coming on the heels of the last one. Are you going to start doing these a little bit more often? Is that what's kind of going on?
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Definitely will be still doing anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
like
of
always
course.
making,
Always doing
having-
something.
Always doing something. Yeah. Projects bigger and better. That's the hope. No, I really enjoy doing these. We'll see if we can continue in the same format. But also, there was a little side project. I did a couple of them in the summer, and also like Lauren and Jade were
Yep.
involved in one of them. And we only did it twice, but it was a virtual comedy event.
Yes.
And this wasn't associated with NAC or anything. We just sort of were doing it personally and shooting it in the Womp basement and broadcasting it over Zoom, and we were like doing it live. So like the Everlate show will probably, I would imagine, it's going to happen again. Not that it's not likely that it won't, but these other virtual comedy events are more likely because those are just like self-funded and
You can do them
made,
on your
so
own time. and
Exactly.
schedule.
Yeah.
We do it on our own time. Yeah.
Right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
This is great. I mean, you've been kind of at the forefront of just kind of continuing to develop this comedy community in Yellowknife, man. And it's great. I mean, getting the biggest, we've talked about this before, the biggest hurdle for most performers is just getting time on stage.
Yeah.
And providing this time on stage is just allowing these people to develop their acts. I mean, we know, like, out of the, I've not seen Jade Halcyon, but I mean, obviously seen Sky Plowman
You
a
haven't seen
lot.
Jade before?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't. I haven't had a chance, but I've seen Sky obviously, and she's a total pro.
Yeah.
And like seeing them do their thing is always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sky speaking of Sky, she has a theater background too.
Of
which
course.
I always-
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why she's so
And
good.
That's why
Yeah.
she's so good, yeah.
That's where
We
we're
have to
training.
encourage her.
Yes.
Not only us in this room, but everyone on the airwaves. If you run into Sky Plowman, encourage her to, pursue the,
Well, I mean,
theater
yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all she needs.
That's all she needs. This is encouragement. That's right.
yeah.
No one's doing that.
yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
show will
that's
be
right.
built on encouragement.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. I mean, it's wonderful that these shows are getting put on. It's great that the NAC is able to do these shows at limited capacity, of course. But I mean, just the fact that we're able to go out and see live shows is awesome. So I mean, kudos to you guys for putting it on.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. What else is coming out from this? I mean, we got Lauren McGinnis, so we know what to expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deeply erotic.
Deeply erotic Lauren McGinnis.
Getting right up in there.
Lauren, deeply erotic Guinness.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna call him from now on.
Yeah. And then-
Unky erotic.
Unky erotic. Yeah. And Jade Halcyon does, in the past, she's done a lot of like, relationship kind of comedy.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
a little self-deprecating, but
Yep.
that's the charm. That's
Very
the angle.
self-deprecating.
Very,
yeah.
very
Fair enough.
okay.
And that works. That always works.
But yeah, so she's good at that. So she's got some material, and also Jade is going to have a little installation. She's going to so anyone who is going to the show, when you come in the lobby, there'll be a little installation of like love letters and paintings and photographs, and this
Very
little
nice.
just a little bonus cherry on your way in,
Very nice.
and that'll be Jade putting together, and then
And then little Sprite Wessam.
And then little Sprite Wesson, yeah. Here's a little teaser. Okay, so last time he was an elf. This time we have a character that we've come up with. I just refer to it as Golden Boy. Where we got, he'll have all gold. He'll be wearing all gold, and
All
we got
gold.
as much as we can find.
Okay.
As much as
Right.
we can find.
Yeah,
He'll
that's
be
right.
wearing
Yeah.
gold, and we got like gold like body paint. So we're gonna gold him up.
Yeah. I was certain you were going to say he was playing Cupid this time.
Yeah.
Just have him dressed up in a
Well,
diaper
it's like
with
a
a bow and arrow.
Cupid-esque. It's like a Cupid-esque character.
Golden Cupid.
Right.
Golden boy, Cupid. Yeah.
It sounds like a fantastic time. It's coming up on Saturday. Go to NACNT. We're not sure if the tickets are still available, but go to NACNT
Check
anyway.
it out,
and
yeah.
Find out. You know what? I'm going to click on the link.
leave
Yeah,
nothing
check right
to
now.
chance.
Yeah,
Click right
ask
now.
whoever. Write emails if you have to. Sometimes you just gotta give them a nudge. Be like, "Hey, release some more tickets."
That's right. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we
be
can't right now. Release more tickets. Break the law.
yeah.
There are no more tickets available online.
Yeah.
Online.
According to
We've been fooled by this
NACNT.ca.
before,
We have been
But-
fooled by this before.
Yeah.
So contact the Northern Arts and
Contact,
Cultural Center
exactly, yeah.
box office for information on additional ticket availability. So you can't get them online, but if you call the box office, you may be able to snag a couple. Remember, you're going to have to at least go in a pair because you got to buy a pair or a 4. That's how it's going down.
Yeah.
There you go. Saturday night, 7:30. That's the 13th, the day before
The
Valentine's
13th.
Day. So if you've got Valentine's Day plans, you can still do this one because it's the night before.
Exactly. It's like a warm up.
And then you can go on your
warm-up.
terrible Valentine's Day date the night after.
Yeah.
And then tell us all about it on Monday. Martin, thanks for joining us, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks for putting in the work and putting on some shows. Live shows are just so needed right now. So we definitely appreciate it, man. So thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you guys for what you do.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. Thanks so much.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Brought to you by Aurora Ford Driving North. Also co-sponsored this morning by The Knack and the Ever Late Show Love Edition. Coming up on Saturday the 13th at 7:30. I would say go to NACNT.ca, but you can't get tickets there apparently, but you can get more information on the show. Call the box office if you're interested in some tickets. There may be some still available. They're not saying on NACNT.ca. So
Their lips are sealed.
their lips are sealed. So if you want to check it out, you can do that. Or you can watch it on the NAC or Facebook pages or Northwest LTV on the 14th, which is, of course, the day. There you go.
You can find that box office phone number at nacnt.ca.
You can.
So there's still a point.
I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to tell you. Go to NACNT.ca and find out. Goodness sake.
Well done. Good sell.
Good sell. Sales cures all. What do you got going on for Valentine's Day?
For Valentine's Day.
You guys doing anything? We don't usually make a thing about Valentine's Day, usually.
Yeah, I feel like I said that last year, and then we made a thing about it. And
What'd you do?
I kind of blindsided you, and you got mad at me.
I couldn't remember what happened last year.
Yeah. I don't know. We did something really cute. We were
Oh,
ta-
yeah.
I can't
Oh,
remember
that's
what it
right.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
It must have been so cute.
It was adorable.
It was so
Whatever
cute that
it
you
was.
can't even remember. I think we're going to go to the Copper House.
Oh, are you?
We booked an evening at the Copper House, so that's what we'll be doing for V-Day.
Very nice.
Very nice to spend time with loved ones on a lovely day made up
Yes.
by corporations to sell cards. But
Nothing nicer.
nothing nicer, nothing finer
No.
than giving Hallmark some money. Yeah. So
Are
we
you just donating money to Hallmark
That's right.
this Valentine's?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nice
they're
of
Patreon.
you.
I'm one of their Patreons. So.
I love their Christmas movies. I don't know.
I hate their Christmas movies so much. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a little dinner at the Explorer Hotel.
Oh, that's
on
nice.
the Friday, not actually on
Not
Valentine's
on
Day,
Valentine's
but
Day,
yeah, and then somehow fit Bullocks in there.
Oh,
somehow.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Why? Just because? We haven't, you know what?
you
We
know.
haven't been to Bullocks in forever. We should
Yeah.
probably go to Bullocks.
yeah. Well, that's kind of where we're at.
All right.
It's just been too long.
All right. Do you want
Eat
to
some
do
delicious fish?
Do you want to do a doggy play date on Sunday?
Doggy play date?
Yeah, or maybe Saturday. I might take Saturday off of work.
Yeah, we
just
can
so-
do that. Depending on what the weather looks like.
That's right. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it's supposed to warm up towards the end of the week.
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
There you go.
Boring weekend for my dogs. Let me tell you.
Yeah, no, it was for us too. We took her out for about an hour yesterday. It was kind of actually probably not even an hour. Went to the top of Tin Can Hill, and then we were like, all right, let's turn back.
I think if you took her out for an hour, that's animal cruelty.
That's probably animal. But she's got that new jacket.
yeah,
She's got her
Looking stylish.
booties.
Yeah.
She loves the jacket. So there you go.
She's fine then.
Yeah, my mom made her a jacket. Very nice. Very comfortable. That's going to do it for Mornings at the Cabin. You got a couple more days to send in those best terrible date stories, so please do that. Mailbox at cabinradio.ca, and we will be picking a winner on the 10th. So it's coming up on Wednesday. And, yeah, I'm sure there's some more terrible date stories out there. Share 'em out.
Probably revealing that winner on the 11th or 12th.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're getting in touch with Stacy at Flowers North and Joanne at Bullocks.
Yep.
They are going to be judging all of the terrible date stories.
Very good.
And between the two of them, we will find a winner, and we will let you know later this week who
Absolutely.
that winner is.
Absolutely. All right. That's going to do it for the show this morning. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourselves a great day. It is minus 39 ambient, according to our computer. So hope you plugged in your vehicles. Wrap up warm. I mean, stay home. Whatever. Everybody stay home. Nobody going to work. Who cares?
I mean, no, but Martin got here
this
morning.
Martin did get here.
Yeah.
What a trooper.
If Martin can make it from his houseboat to the cabin at minus 39.
That's right. What a trooper.
I'm sure you can make it.
Absolutely. Big thanks to Martin on that
Finlayson to downtown.
If you have the opportunity to stay home, just do it. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.